welcome to another TomGirl Tuesday. Today I have Julana Dizon. She is a fitness model, TV host, blogger whose clients include Nike and Fabletics. And we're also going to share a few of our favorite things for all of the TomGirls on your list this season. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz
Packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Just saying, we hadn't heard this song before from
Kelly Clarkson.
From Kelly, yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah, really good. Putting us in the holiday spirit here. Hey guys, thanks again for coming back for another week of TomGirl. I am so excited about this guest today. Julana Dizon is here. Welcome, Julana.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here with you because you're already my friend.
Yay!
And we host the show together. So
Yep. So we host Real Country here on AfterBuzz as well. And the second I met her, it was the first time working with her on the show, and I was just like, oh, you are a perfect TomGirl. You were like the description of it. You have to come on this show. So I'm so excited that you did.
you scouted me.
I did. Yeah, I Instagram stalked you, and I was like, wait a second. She's like got all this TomGirl stuff on there. It's perfect.
I Instagram stalked you too, so this is great.
So it's a mutual connection. Let's first start talking about your fitness modeling. So how did you get started in modeling?
Okay, so I actually started modeling probably 6 years ago. I used to live in Florida, in Tampa, and I actually got started on Craigslist. I was looking for jobs for like brand ambassadors and things like this, and I found one ad and I sent my pictures in and it ended up being a modeling agency. So that was kind of my first one, and I just was working some small jobs, and as I was going, I was like getting new pictures, and then I started shooting with photographers, building up a portfolio, until finally I had built a career that I felt was good enough to move to LA and try to pursue it out here. So I moved to LA about 3 years ago and was doing mostly lifestyle and commercial modeling. And about a year and a half ago, I decided to try fitness modeling because I had booked a couple jobs that were fitness related. And I worked out in my life, but never like really, just kind of like would go to the gym and be like, I worked out today. But, you know, as you get older, you have to take it more seriously. You can't just eat whatever you want and wake up and be skinny. So I got a trainer and I started really learning how to work out the right way and have correct form. And then I just started doing photo shoots for fitness specifically because my agencies out here had divisions just for fitness models. So I really worked on building that up for about a year and a half. So now I mostly do fitness modeling.
What were some of your challenges along the way in transitioning into the fitness modeling?
I think, like I said before, learning how to do correct form is really important because in the modeling world, you'll have a casting and they'll say, oh, we want an athletic model. And the agencies might send a lot of models, but not everybody works out really, you know, to the same degree. So there's a difference between having models that put on leggings and say they work out and models that actually work out and learn how to do correct form and, you know, really weightlift or box the right way. So I really spent a lot of time training and learning how to do everything correctly so that I looked legit when I went into these auditions.
Yeah, that's great. Because you also do a lot of videos for companies as well. So you have it's not just a still photo, so you can't like fake the form. You actually have to do the exercises.
Yeah, and I've had some clients where we'll do videos for the workout machines, demonstrations. So that stuff, you have to look really legit. You can't just like be on a treadmill running, but not really looking like you know how to run.
Yeah.
So.
And how did you grow your business?
Well, a lot of it was just, okay, that's a hard question. Networking in person. Once I moved out here and I was starting to book jobs, always on every modeling job that I did, I like to get to know the other models and the photographers, and then I do a lot of Instagram stalking. So, you know, if I meet some really cool fitness girl, I'll look at all of her photos on Instagram. I'll see what photographers she shot with. I'll ask her for advice. A lot of the fitness models out here are also trainers. So I just made friendships, and then I would go do their classes, and then I would meet other people from doing their classes. And it's kind of a really big community here, and everybody's so nice. You know, and anytime someone offers me a free workout class, I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah.
So,
and there's so many to be had in LA too, right?
Yeah, every kind of workout you can have is here in LA, so that's exciting.
What have been some of your favorite workout classes that you've taken?
I really like Ultimate Athlete Boot Camp. It's this, it's kind of like a football conditioning camp, and my friend Mike and Woods, they run it, and I got into about maybe a year and a half ago. But basically every Saturday morning we go out to this park and we have a big group. It's kind of like a family. All the same people come every week. And they just run drills, and they run it kind of like we're in a football game. And they're like, okay, guys, it's first quarter. We're warming up. And it's like really pumped up, but you're outside, and it's a lot of sprinting and cardio and footwork. And I really like that one. So
That's awesome. I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, you can totally come, by the way. If
I would
anybody is
love
in
to.
LA, you can come check it out. It's great every Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
that sounds awesome. Ah, perfect. Let's see. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. So you recently had like a dream come true for you. So you got to work with Nike. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Okay. So I am a big believer in manifesting and, goal boards and writing your goals down. And this year, because I was more into fitness modeling, I was like, I want to do something with Nike. So it actually happened kind of fast for me, luckily. Nike has a big showroom here in LA where they do a lot of sales meetings. So they hired me to be one of their showroom models. So basically I got to put on all the outfits that they were planning to sell for the holiday, and it's kind of like a runway, but it's in a meeting and they're selling to their buyers. So I was doing that, and it was just cool because I got to see everything. And actually, when I went Black Friday shopping, I saw in the stores everything that I had been modeling. So I was like, oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Did they let you take a lot of it home or no?
No, nothing.
Bummer.
You know what? I think that's a myth. Like, a lot of people think that models get to take a lot of things home for
Yeah.
free. And in my experience, that hasn't been the case.
Oh, that at least should be a perk of the job,
I know.
right?
Maybe once or twice it's happened, and then they've been like, oh, we have some extra sample clothes if you want. But yeah, I haven't been so lucky with that.
Oh, bummer. Well, another great company you've gotten to work for is Fabletics, and that's Kate Hudson's
Yes.
brand. I think we have some pictures of you there.
Yeah, so I love Fabletics, actually. I've been a fit model for them, which is basically a fit model is they use your body to design the clothes. So we'll go in there and they'll have you try on the leggings, and they'll be like, oh, it needs to be longer, or it's too big, or whatever. So they would use me as their sample size. So I joined the program, and I actually had ordered like my first 2 pair of leggings, and then I ordered a bag. So I was buying these things from Fabletics, and I posted a picture that I had done for a magazine shoot in Utah, and I was wearing like a Fabletics sports bra for the shoot, and I tagged them, and I'm pretty sure they must have seen the picture because after I posted that, they messaged me on Instagram and told me about their brand ambassador program. And so I got involved with that, and it's been great. I've been doing that since the summer. And yeah, these are some of the pictures. There's a couple pictures that they've reposted of me, which is really cool. And sometimes my friends will see me and they'll be like, oh my God. So usually any picture with my dog, they love.
I was just going to say, and your dog makes a lot of little cameo appearances.
Yeah.
And what's your dog's name?
Her name's Annabelle.
Oh, she's a cutie. Oh, that's the street I grew up on, Annabelle Drive.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, cutie. And then you've also worked for Realtree and Lee Jeans. I think we have some of those photos as well.
Yeah, okay, so that's the Fabletics picture that I posted that they found me from. So that sports bra was a Fabletics sports bra. But that was like a really cool shoot that I did for a magazine.
Yeah. How would you say, how many of your jobs do you get through the agency, and also through how many of you just like kind of hustle on your own and dig up?
In the beginning, it was a lot on my own. And I think that whenever you're starting out in a career that you're not super experienced in, you need to be like that. You need to join any kind of Facebook group you can find, or, there's all these little communities where they'll post jobs. So in the beginning, I was doing a lot of that on my own. Every time they would say I need a fitness model, or I would be submitting my own for castings. And then now towards the end, now that I've built up a pretty good book of photos, now all my work pretty much comes from the agency.
Okay. And we have another picture. You were in a little shoot with Julianne Hough's husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a funny story,
I think
actually.
that's photo 5. Julia. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's hear the story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was a funny story. My best friend lives in Austin, Texas. Hey, Monica, just going to give you a shout out because you really helped me this year. But she follows Brooks on Instagram, and he had posted on his story that he was doing a fitness shoot and he needed fitness models in LA. So she sent it to me and she was like, dude, you should DM him. So I did. And I didn't know at the time that he was Julianne's wife or husband, sorry. And so I DM'd him, and I thought, oh, there's probably so many people that, you know, he has to choose from. But he texted me, and I was so surprised. He was so nice. So I came out, and it was just me. I was the only model they had, and we just went out to this cool spot, and he had like a really awesome videographer and photographer. So we just did photos and videos, and they're starting an app. I think they just launched it. It's called Open Gym. So it's basically like 20-minute workouts that you can do on your own at home with no weights or equipment or anything. So all the stuff we shot was for the app.
See, isn't that great? I love
Yeah.
stories like this because each thing you keep saying is just, you just go for it. Went for it, you know, put it out there, and was like, yeah, she could have thought, oh yeah, there's going to be hundreds of other like you did, but you still went through and did it, and you got picked.
Yeah, I think you have to try. If you don't try, the answer is 100% no, you know, but I'm really thankful for that because he's such a nice guy, and now I have this great connection, and, you know, he's just, it's cool to have people that are successful and also humble and, you know, want to work with you.
You post a lot of other kind of inspirational, motivational things on your Instagram. What have been some of the either mantras or, you know, thoughts that keep you motivated and keep you going?
Okay, I try. The one that I had for like forever that I can remember was go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life that you have imagined. And that was my favorite quote probably from like middle school up until maybe like 4 years ago. I haven't really thought about it that much, but I feel like that was my early day mantra. And now I actually just found a quote that I posted on my Instagram today, but it was start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And I feel like today with so much social media and everybody is trying to be seen and do this, and they don't know what's right or what's wrong, or should I do this, or should I post this, should I not? Like there's so many questions. It's a really hard space to navigate, but at least for me, if you know what you want to do, you just have to be like, okay, this is what I want to do, and what resources do I have, and just start doing. Because once you start doing, then you can evolve and you can figure it out. But if you don't start doing, then you just sit there and you think about your ideas forever. And I know because I did that for the last year and a half. So
Yeah, guilty too. Yeah, I agree. Like there's part of like always wanting to be a perfectionist and have everything be like perfect. And because there is so much stuff out there and you see other things and you're like, oh, well, I don't have it together like that yet, or I don't have. But yeah, if you sit there and wait till you do, I love that you said evolving, because that is what it's about. Just starting and like starting with whatever it is you want to do. And just starting somewhere, and then you can get better each year or make little goals each day and grow.
I had that same problem. I didn't do anything for a long time because in my head I was trying to figure out how to make it perfect, and you just can't. You just have to start and then perfect it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think, and also, you know, a lot of people can relate to not being perfect and like trying to figure it out, because that's what we're all kind of trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, so it's something that makes you really relatable with that as well. Yeah. Well, let's also talk about you do some blogging, and you have some videos. I have a video that I pulled from this was a Vimeo thing that you posted that I just thought it was so great, cute. I know, I told you this is your roller skating in Venice.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought it was cute and simple, fun.
Is this not the perfect song also?
Yeah, yeah. Great. Who sings this song? Remember?
I don't remember the name, which is bad because I know him too.
We'll shout it out later.
Yeah.
I put her on the spot. I didn't tell her I was pulling this one. But I just thought this was so fun and such a like TomGirl type of video, because you have your cute little socks and the, you know, the roller skates, but you're out there and, you know, being an adventurer going through. So tell me about like the idea to shoot this video, where this came from.
All right, so I met on Instagram this photographer, videographer, and he was just in LA for the weekend or for some work or whatever, and we had talked about doing some stuff together. And actually the reason I made this was because, you know, for models and for actors in commercials out here in LA, they really like to see that you can do a skill and not just say you can do a skill. So I was trying to build up videos of me doing all the things I said I could do. So I was like, well, I said I can roller skate, so let me show them that I can roller skate. So, you know, I pitched him, I was like, hey, let's make a roller skating video. We can rent skates in Venice Beach, and we just went out there and shot it. But like things like that I love, because like I said, the DJ whose song that is, who I feel so bad I forgot his name right now, but I met him before, And then it's cool when you can put something together like that, like use a song from someone you know,
Yeah.
and then, you know, have a videographer put a video together and kind of just incorporate everybody and help bring everybody up.
Yeah, and it all comes together in a really fun piece. That's a great idea to showcase your talents like that. Because you're right, they ask you that on every like casting card or you know when you go out for things.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. So you've also, I know you said it's still again a work in progress, but you also have done some blogging in some of your adventures.
I mean, who hasn't done blogging, right? Or vlogging? I feel like everybody does. So, of course, I was like, I want to make a travel blog. I want to do that. But I've always really enjoyed reading and writing. So I got the idea like maybe a year and a half ago. I took a trip to Thailand with a bunch of my best friends. And I became obsessed with GoPro. On that trip, I had never used them before. So after that trip, I was like, okay, I want to buy a GoPro and I want to take videos all the time and make travel vlogs and then write blogs about them. And it's just a lot of work to do that. You know, what ended up happening was that I took a lot of video footage in Thailand and also in Montreal. Me and my friends went for New Year's Eve last year. And all of that stuff is sitting on a hard drive because it just takes so long to edit videos like that. Like I couldn't sit there and do it. So my vlog, I started it and I'm not giving up on it. I just ended up taking a break, which I feel like is also very normal for people to do.
Yeah.
Like they'll get really excited about it and start it.
Yep.
But next year it is one of my goals to kind of bring it back.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I think when you also have other work that you're doing, the modeling and stuff, if you don't just have all the time to sit there and get back from those trips and edit it together, then it kind of goes away. And it's
And you have a blog too, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
And I have the same experience with it. Like I was telling you, well, I'm like, we'll definitely talk about it because I think a lot of bloggers do go through this where you like, because mine was kind of similar where I'd gone to Austin and I'd done these things and I was like, I'm going to interview and I'm going to take it and I'm going to do these videos and it'll be really fun to meet all these people all over the world. And and then I would write stuff on my blog and I was really good at the beginning, like doing, a post a week or so. And then I think since I've started the show in this form, I haven't done that. So my goal too for next year is to have the blog go up immediately after the show airs here and then do more myself.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the important part is that you just have to do it in the moment. Like even if you're traveling, you have to take some time during your trip to kind of be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up early this morning and sit with my coffee and write a blog post. Because I did that a couple times in Thailand, and that's when I wrote it while I was on the trip, then I got back to LA and then I was all ready to go.
Yep.
But the further you get away from something, the less excited you are about it, and then you're on to the next thing already. So you don't really want to backtrack.
Yeah.
And do that. But
yeah, I totally agree. And when you're in the moment, it's all fresh and you're having the same feelings that you're experiencing at the time versus when you get home and then you're like trying to like recreate or, come up with, even if you do journal. Yeah.
And the other hard thing is, I think a lot of bloggers too, when they start out, they're doing it mostly on their own, right? Or at least I was. So I spent all these weeks just watching YouTube videos about how to make a blog on WordPress and learning all these things about it. And then, so I made it, and then I didn't touch it for so long, so now I forgot. So now I have to rewatch all the YouTube videos and do it again.
Totally, exactly. Even just, I wanted to make like a slideshow, but I wanted to make it look prettier instead of just like a normal. So I found this, and I won't remember her name now either, but this cool girl on YouTube that showed you how to make really, really great slideshows. So same as you. I'm like, oh, I got it down, and I made like one or two, and now it's been so long that I'm like, crap, I can't remember exactly how she did that again. I'll have to go back.
I know.
Yeah, and those things do frustrate you when you're vlogging because all of a sudden then you spend 2 hours on just trying to figure out how to get the order of the slideshow or or get something inserted into your story correctly.
Yeah. It takes a long time. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna write this. It'll take me an hour, but it takes 4 hours. Just everything. It just takes so long.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of respect for bloggers that are successful.
Too. Yeah, and the ones that make them look really, really nice too, because there's a lot of work that goes into that. Yeah. Well, since you brought up some of the adventures, let's talk about, I have a picture from your Thailand adventure. This one's photo 10 in there. So I want to hear about, because I believe this was an elephant sanctuary.
Yeah. It was called Elephant Nature Park. And this was probably one of my #1 bucket lists of my entire life. I wanted to go visit an elephant sanctuary. And I knew that Thailand was the place to do it. So it's kind of one big reason why I picked to go visit there anyways with my friends. So this was like the one thing that I wanted to do, but it was so incredible. And it's hard. I did a lot of research actually before I went because there are places that are more, you know, not so good. Like they kind of have the elephants there purposely just to make money, and they don't treat them the right way. So I did a lot of research to make sure that I was going to one that was an actual sanctuary where they treated them right and they don't let you ride on them, and you know, all the things that people think are really fun and touristy that aren't actually good for the animals. So I wanted to be really careful about that. But this place was great and it was incredible. Like I actually have like a little video too, also on my YouTube, which is on my blog, which I don't use. But we just got to go on a walk with them. Well, first we fed them bananas, a lot of bananas, and then we went on a walk with them on these beautiful hills, and then we went down into the river and played with them, and then we gave them a mud bath. And so there's these huge elephants and 2 baby elephants.
Oh.
And they're just rolling around in the mud, and you're just right there petting them and playing with them, and they're so playful and happy, and it was just an amazing experience.
Do you remember what was the name of the place that you went?
Elephant Nature Park.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. It looks incredible. Another photo, this one was from, you posted this, I thought it was gorgeous, and this was a trip you took to South Africa?
Oh yeah, I actually was there for 3 months. I did a modeling contract. And it was the first time that I've ever gone overseas for modeling. And I ended up there because I had a friend in Tampa who told me about it, that he would go every season. So they have a season, basically our summer is their winter and vice versa. So I went from September to December, which is like midsummer over there. Nice. And it was incredible. First of all, it was beautiful. Everything was so cheap. It was like 17 to 1 to our dollar. I spent zero money. And it was just 3 months of just, you know, going to castings, doing modeling jobs, meeting other models from all around the world. And when I came back to LA, then I was like, or when I came back to the United States, I was still in Florida. That's kind of when I was like, okay, I think I'm ready now to move to LA.
Yeah, this is the life I want to pursue. How hard was that leaving Florida and taking that jump?
It wasn't that hard for me, actually. I mean, I miss my friends and my family, but I always knew that I wanted to come here to California. I visited when I was like 10 in San Francisco. I have family there. And just from the first time I ever came to the state, I knew that I wanted to live here eventually. So I was just kind of waiting for that right moment of, oh, when should I move out there? So when I came back from Cape Town, my lease had ended, so you know all my stuff was just at my parents' house. So I was like, okay, well now's the point. I either sign another lease and stay in Florida for a year, or I just go now. So I just packed up my car, I brought my dog and my best friend, and we drove across the country and got here 3 days later.
And that was it.
Yep, that was it.
Where was this adventure from?
That was also in Thailand. That was in Phi Phi Islands.
That looks gorgeous.
Yeah, really beautiful. We hiked up there for the sunrise.
And this one might be my favorite. I did comment on your Instagram on this.
I knew you'd like that one.
So tell everybody where this one is from.
Okay, so I just went to Iowa for Thanksgiving. My boyfriend's family lives there in Des Moines. And I never thought that I would go to Iowa ever in my life. And now I've been there 4 times in a year.
Whoa, 4 in a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We pretty much go now for 4th of July. We go for like a lake vacation and then Thanksgiving. But this outfit was because I was complaining that it was cold out because I'm from Florida. So if it's a little bit cold, I'm really cold. And he told me to put those on because they would keep my legs warm. And you know what? They did. I was like, I look really dumb, but at least I'm warm.
You look adorable. That I'm from Nebraska, as we all know here. So this was like, I was like, yes, that's some good farm girl fashion right there. And while you were there, you went shooting, right?
Yeah, I went skeet shooting, which was really fun. I actually saw it in a show that I covered here at AfterBuzz. There was like a couple, and they were also from the Midwest, and they went skeet shooting. I was like, that looks fun. I want to do that. So I told my boyfriend, and he was like, we can do that in Iowa. I was like, great, sign me up. So I did that. That was really fun.
That's awesome. Those are the kind of things you have to do when you're in Iowa.
Yeah.
Because like in Nebraska too, everyone says there's like, I always get, I've flown over that state before. I'm like, yeah, you know. And usually there's just like Nebraska football, but going out in fields and doing things like that are what you have to do when you visit
that's where the
those
fun
towns.
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Those aren't the flyover states. That's where the fun happens.
Exactly. Those are the tailgates and the bonfires. So you do all this stuff. So I want to ask, what would you say makes you a Tom girl?
I would say that I am a Tom girl because I like to be girly and I like to be pretty, but just enough, not like overly done. You know, at the end of the day, I like to keep it simple and real and as minimalistic as possible. So I like to be pretty, but I also like to get dirty at the same time.
That a girl. We love it. Well, I think we have, since it's the holiday season, we're going to do a special thanks for you guys tonight. And you've picked 5 of your favorite things so for the season. And I picked 5 too. So we're going to give you guys some gift ideas for things you could possibly get the TomGirls in your lives or for yourself. So let's go ahead and start with yours first.
Okay, I'm really excited about this actually. When you first asked me to make a list, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to put on this list? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, I have so many things. I have so many things that I like. And my favorite thing is everything that I put on my list are products that I have and I use and I've bought. So I'm going to start with this Sodastream. It's called the Fizzy One Touch is the machine, but I actually have it here. I brought it in real life to show you guys. So this is basically a sparkling water maker for your house, which I think is incredible because I like sparkling water a lot, but you know, like LaCroix is such a popular thing now. And so I got one of these and I liked it so much that I bought this one for my boss, and it's okay, I'm pretty sure he is not going to watch this before I give it to him because I'm going to give it to him this week. But I bought it for him because he drinks LaCroix literally every day. I can't even imagine the amount of money he spends buying sparkling water. So I figure if I just, if you know somebody that drinks a lot of sparkling water, this is a great gift because it's for your kitchen and it's just easy. Oh, and it comes with
That's what I was just going to ask.
It comes with, they sell like flavored drops too. So they have raspberry, and I also like the lemon one. So you can just make your own sparkling water at home.
So you just put in regular water and then dump that in there and then it...
Yeah, it just makes it super easy, and it's only like $80, I think.
Fun.
So that's my first one. My second one is this palette. This I actually got for free, not because they sent it to me. I'm not a makeup guru, but my boyfriend was working at an event and they had these, so he kind of like snuck one for me, and I'm so thankful that he did because it's basically a palette. It's from Becca Cosmetics. It's called Be a Light palette, and I don't know if you can see that well. Okay, it's on the screen. But it's basically a highlighter, contour, and blush all in this one little palette, and then there's also a mirror in there. And honestly, this changed my makeup life because, like I was saying, I like to keep things very minimal. So pretty much my makeup routine is like 5 minutes. I just do foundation, I do my eyebrows, I do smear some like pink stuff on my eyelids, and then I use this, and it's 5 minutes. And then when I travel, I like this a lot too because, like I said, it's everything in one box. Whereas before I had like my contour and my blush and my powder, like 3 different things. So now I can just take this and like my 3 other items and good to go. My third gift guide is Fabletics Leggings, obviously. Obviously I'm a brand ambassador for them, but that's not why. It's because I actually, like I said before, I was buying the product before I started, being a brand ambassador for them, but they're really great. And these ones specifically because they have pockets. So leggings with pockets are life-changing. Yes. I don't know, if you guys have not tried pockets in your leggings, you need to buy some. It's just your cell phone, your keys, it's like the best thing in the whole world.
I completely agree with you on that one. I have a couple pairs that have them, and then when I put on my ones that don't, and like when I'm running, it's so annoying then because I end up like shoving my phone like down in the top part, but then it gets sweaty, or I accidentally like it dials people. Even though I have it locked, I don't know how that happens, but
or you put in your sports bra, also gets sweaty. Yeah, it's life-changing, and I feel the same way. Every time now I have leggings without pockets, I'm just like, what? This is awful. This is the worst thing ever.
Put your car key in or something, totally.
So I really like this, and like I said, when you sign up for Fabletics, you can get 2 leggings for $24 for your intro thing, which is crazy. So that's how I started, and there's still 2 of my favorite pairs, the very first ones I got. Okay, after that, my 4th item are these things that I found online. The company's called Gem Tie. But
I think it's number 18. Photo 18? Let's see. It's a picture of her wearing them. Okay. We'll keep talking. We'll get the picture up there.
The company I found is called Gem Tie, and I had actually been looking for something like this forever because I always have just like a black hair tie on my wrist all the time. And I was like, wow, it'd be really useful if this was like a cute bracelet. And I found this company, and they that's what it is. It's a hair tie, but it's like a cute.
I love that
little
turquoise.
bracelet.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
right?
awesome. Yeah.
And they have. I just got this like turquoise brown package, but they have black ones too, and they're really cute. So I'm probably going to be ordering these for all my friends. So.
That's a great gift. I think.
Oh yeah. For girls, this is a great gift.
Yeah, because I do that all the time where I have it here, there, you know, you realize or you forget.
Yeah, and look, like they're just like they look like cute bracelets.
Yeah, they do. I love those.
I know. I wear these to country concerts all the time too.
Yeah, that is
like...
a country thing. Yeah.
Okay, and then should I move on to my last one?
Yes.
My last one is away luggage. And I know that you know that I'm super excited because I just bought one. So I found this company on Instagram, and some of my friends have worked for them, and they have a store on Melrose. So I've been in the store like 3 times just to look at them in person, but I didn't purchase. I was like, they're kind of expensive. I swear to God, I looked for 3 months. Every luggage company, every online store. I just was trying to find another luggage that I wanted, you know, that I liked that much. I even bought 2 different suitcases from Target and returned them both because they just weren't what I wanted. In the end, I still wanted this one. So I finally bought it. And I picked it up on Sunday, and I'm so happy now. I can't wait to go home and use it.
And so you have the roller, and you also got a backpack too.
Yeah, I got a backpack and then a carry-on because when I travel, like I was saying before, I like to just bring as little as possible. I used to travel and bring so much stuff, and now I'm like, I don't need all this stuff. I just want to bring what I need.
Yeah.
So
yeah, luggage is a tough decision. I've ended up just going back to my Target ones too because I never want to pull the trigger on buying really expensive ones because I wasn't, you know, that crazy about it. But those look super cute.
They are, and you know, I thought about that too, and I was like, I could just buy like a $50 luggage. It's going to be the same thing, but I don't spend a lot of money on luxury things. Like I don't buy luxury clothes or shoes or purses, and I'm like, for me, traveling is one of my things that I do the most that I really enjoy. So if I'm going to invest in something, it's going to be in something travel related.
Yeah. And it'll probably last a lot longer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm excited.
All right, well, I can't wait for your next trip.
Okay, what are your gift guides?
Okay, so here are some I have. So this first one are these gold wine little glasses. I just think they're cute, and I think they're kind of like festive for the holidays. You can drink out of those while you're watching your holiday movies, and they're available at wine.com. And they're pretty cheap too, pretty good price. This one is a little more of a splurge, but I love this. So this is Laura Mercier's Souffle Body Cream, and it's particularly the almond coconut lotion. And I love it. Like I get more compliments on this than like any perfume that I wear, and I like it because it's also like not overpowering. You know, sometimes you put on perfume and then you just feel like you smell yourself, or it's like just too much, you know. And you just need a tiny bit of this, and it's so like the consistency of it is so like smooth and soft. It's just my favorite.
It sounds
little thing
really
after.
luxurious.
It is. It's cool. It smells good. The next one is this tent.
Oh, I like
this
that.
This is from REI. Yeah, and
I love REI.
Yeah, right. I know. I could have picked so many things.
We could have done the whole gift list at REI.
We could have. This used to come in a combo package where they gave you a free sleeping bag, but I didn't see that advertised now. So
wait,
keep a lookout for that.
You know what's funny? I think I bought this with the
you?
free sleeping bag.
Dang it, you got in there.
Yeah, it's a 2-person tent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have that.
Girl. See? Yeah, and it's like just the cutest little tent. It's like the perfect size. And one of my friends brought this when we hiked the Havasupai Falls this year. And it was just so easy to put up that I was like, okay, anybody can handle putting up that tent. You know, like little kids can. It's just so simple that it's just perfect to just like keep in the car and throw out whenever you want to go. All right, and this is some Nikes. I'm a Nike girl, and I just think these are cute. These are the Nike 270s, and they come in all different kinds of colors. You know, green, black, gold, everything. So I think those are fun. And last but not least, this is kind of a big one. This is a splurge, but I like the adventures. So another pick for me would be a stay at this place. This is the Caravan Outpost in Ojai, and you get to rent one of those Airstreams. And they're so cute because there's like 10 of them around, kind of in a circle. And then there's a big like fire pit in the middle. So at night, everybody kind of goes and sits around the fire and just talks. And it's just like the cutest little place. And what's nice too is it's only a couple blocks off of the main street in Ohio. Ojai, California. So if you really want to see, like, you know, not be so secluded, you can go on the main street and eat at the restaurants and shop and whatever, and then you come back, you walk around the corner, and you're here, and you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. So
that's so cute. At first, I thought you were going to say buy an Airstream. I was like, that's a pretty big splurge for a Christmas gift. But I love that. You know, I'm a huge fan of, like, experiences as gifts. Instead of buying people things, you know, and even for me, my mom was always like, what do you want? Like, honestly, like tickets to something or, you know, like a dinner cruise, something where you can experience things with someone. I think that's so cool. I've actually been meaning to go to Ojai, so I might look that up.
There you go. You and your boyfriend, a little trip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear what ideas you guys have for gifts, because it's always fun to find new things and, you know what products you love or that you're really digging right now. So comment and let us know.
Yeah. And Christmas is going to come really fast.
So fast. I know. Yeah. I was hearing on the way here, they're like, 4 weeks. I'm like, oh my gosh, I do have a lot to do. Each year I think I'm going to be better and be on like top of it way before, and then it just sneaks up on you every time.
It does. It sneaks up on you. That's why I keep telling myself every day, I'm like, you need to order gifts. You need to order gifts. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then before I know it's going to be already Christmas Eve. And I'll be like, I should have done it.
And like our AfterBuzz holiday parties this Friday already. That stuff's starting.
Oh yeah. Friday. Wow.
Friday. Yeah.
That's soon.
I know. All right. Well, let me do real quick. Each week here we do a TomGirl of the week. So this is our TomGirl of the week. She is Riley Morrison, and I love this story because she is a 9-year-old basketball player, and she wanted the new Curry 5 shoes that Steph Curry came out with, and she went to get them and found that they were not for sale in the girls section on the Under Armour website. So she composed a letter and sent it to Steph asking, why they're not available for little girls, and he replied. And he sent her a pair of shoes and also invited her to the game on March 8th, which is International Women's Day, and has a special surprise planned for her. So I just love this story. I just love that, that she wrote him a letter and that he responded. And it's probably a coincidence. His daughter's name is Riley as well, so that probably helped him really want to help another Riley out. But I remember this growing up. They always made the guys' basketball shoes were always, better. And I always wanted the Jordans. So I remember wearing Air Jordans that I really wanted so badly, and like having to wear like double socks and stuff just so that they fit better on my feet, because I didn't like a lot of the girl style that they made for basketball shoes. So,
I feel that. I play basketball too. I used to go in the little boys section and just pick the biggest size I could find.
Yeah.
Allen Iversons and like all that stuff. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah. That's awesome. Good for her.
Yeah.
That's
so hopefully
cool.
she'll start changing that now for everybody. All the young girls out there wanting those shoes. Well, before we wrap up tonight, I just want to ask any last bits of advice or that you have for people wanting to get into fitness modeling or for, hosting, any of that. And maybe some of the biggest lessons or things you realized along your journey.
I think the advice that I would give to people wanting to get into an entertainment industry or any industry for that matter is to say yes to everything in the beginning, within your means, obviously. But that's one thing that I've found with every career that I'm trying to start is you just say yes to the little things, to the free things, anything that's going to get you experience or in somewhere where you can meet with people or talk to people, network. Even with hosting is a little bit of a newer thing for me, but I'm saying yes to every event, yes to every opportunity that comes up, and also pursuing it on your own. So for fitness modeling, you take pictures on your own. Starting out, have a friend, or if you can find a photographer, that's great. And there's a lot of sites where people will trade, for free. And just start with some pictures and then, build up with new pictures. But, get one set of pictures, submit for a job. Okay, maybe you get a job, you get better pictures, and you just build it like that little by little. But for me, it's always been one, deciding what you want to do. And once you decide, start talking about it. Start telling people that you know about it, because somewhere in your network, if people know that you're trying to do something, they'll try to help you. And that's how I've really found use of the people that I know that are close to me. I just tell them what I want to do, and by what's that thing, 6 degrees of separation, everyone knows someone and so on and so forth. So I'm a really big fan of talking about what you want to do, writing it down, like I said before, manifesting it, and then just start doing it in any way, shape, or form that you can. So.
And you're I'm watching you do that at AfterBuzz, because you just got to do big events like the Jingle Ball, which Ryan Seacrest, 102.7 put on, and you were on that red carpet.
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
It was an experience. It was an educational experience for me. It was like my first event where I was interviewing people on the red carpet, and I'm at this huge event. I've heard of Jingle Ball forever, even on the radio when I was at home and I was 10 years old. So to be there and be in a position where I have a microphone and I'm talking to famous people, that was crazy. And I learned a lot, and there were things that I knew that I wanted or could have done better. So I made those mental notes, and then I did also a red carpet last night, and I applied those notes. So it's just about saying yes to everything that comes up and, getting better little by little by little. So yeah, it's going.
Yeah, oh good, great. Well, and I love your thing about putting it out there, because I think a lot of times, sometimes we're afraid to speak out what we want, or maybe we're bashful, or like you said, starting out hosting, you're afraid to put it out there, different things. But it really is true that people do really, I think, want to help other people. And when you start just kind of owning where you want to go and what you want, and putting it out in the universe like that, it hears it.
Yeah.
It comes back to you.
And also, I think not being afraid to ask people for advice is a big one too. If there's someone that you admire, say on Instagram or on Facebook, that's doing what you want to do, I've sent people messages before. I mean, when I got into hosting, I found this girl, and I watched all of her reels, and I looked at everything she had, and I was like, wow, this is the kind of the career that I want. So I just messaged her and I said, hey, I'm brand new, I'm getting into hosting. I want to be doing what you're doing one day. I think it's incredible, because even people that are successful, or you think that they're really successful, they don't always hear that they're doing a good job all the time. I feel like a lot of people are just doing their thing, and they're going on and on and on, and there's not that many people besides your mom or your boyfriend or your best friend telling you good job. So every time you hear from an outside source, oh, I love what you're doing, or good job, it's really motivational for those people. So I always try to tell people good job when I see that someone is really working hard on their brand, and I think it's important that other people do that too. So
yeah, that's great advice. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. You're so fun to talk to, and I love hosting with you.
Me too.
You're just so great. I just can see you're gonna go very far. So
thanks.
Tell everybody where they can follow you on social, and also where they can catch your Real Country show.
Okay, so you guys can follow me in my personal life on Instagram, which is @Julana. And I'm here every Thursday night. We do 7 o'clock Real Country here on AfterBuzz TV. Me and JJ, Marissa, and Violet. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll see you on Thursday.
I will. Yeah, and we have a big guest this Thursday. We have Graham. Yeah, Graham Bunn, the host of the show, is going to join us too. So that should be fun. So.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys all so much for watching again this week. I'm JJ Jurgens. You can follow us here at TomGirl TV, and you can follow me at jj.jurgens. Like I said, comment, tell us your favorite things, keep the conversation going. It's the holiday season, everything's happy and fun. Love you guys, and we'll see you here again next Tuesday.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.